Good, y'all. It's Casper. Continuing on with the Expendables. We're on Expendables 2. Expendables 2 is a 2012 movie. It's rated R and it's an hour and 43 minutes. Stallone didn't get back on his directing role. Director for Expendables 2 is Simon West. Great choice and pickup to go with the second movie. The style was great. The style was one of those things I felt like he studied and he understood the mission and he understood what they were going for, and this dude went in. Expendables 2 is starred by Sylvester Stallone, Liam Hemsworth, Randy Couture, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terry Crews, Nan Yu. Expendables 2 did a great and phenomenal job. Stallone once again is in here. He's Barney. The whole demeanor with Stallone, I'll say in this one, felt a little bit more comfortable. It felt like he actually had time to feel his character a little bit. From the first one, he was more stiff, and this one, he had more of a looser demeanor, a looser role, and more of like, he knows he's the boss. He had more of a chill vibe, and the action scenes with him were definitely still great. Simon West did a great job on executing the action scenes with Barney, Sylvester Stallone. The beginning of the movie was shot very well. Cool, maybe 2-3 minutes, and then the action scenes just start right away. All the characters that you knew were going to be involved were straight brought to the camera. Really like Stallone in this role. Another killer role with Barney. A standout for me in this movie that I totally forgot was Liam Hemsworth, who plays character Billy the Kid. A character that I didn't expect that I was going to enjoy seeing on the screen. Charisma, the whole attitude of just being somebody who got out of the war was there, and he had that young nature, that young vibe that he brought to this older core. Liam Hemsworth was great, and it's crazy because he had that vibe of like him being a crazy A-list actor in a movie that usually in movies they would just kill him off. They killed him off very quick. It was just a shocker to me. So Liam Hemsworth was a shocker. Acting was great. The action scenes was dope. The swagger was dope. Him being a sniper. Crazy how they put him in this story and took him out right away. Sorry if that's a spoiler, but yeah, I wish they, used that character a little bit more. Dolph Lundgren in this movie, he's back. His whole vibe and demeanor is actually very chill. From the first one, he was kind of an asshole, backstabbing the homies and then switching sides. And this one, it was complete just straight chill. Jet Li's in here for a little bit, like good thing he's in the movie role type of vibe. He was actually not in the movie for a very long time. He was working on another movie and he was like across the world, and he had to film his scenes wherever he was filming a certain movie that he was working on during the same time of Expendables 2. So Jet Li wasn't in the movie too much, but you're just happy he was in it. Jason Statham, another standout. Jason Statham once again killed it. Plays the character Lee Christmas. Camera angles and the direction all enhanced, more developed. Love the character Lee Christmas, and in here the lines were great and involved him a lot more, and he was more of an action boss in here. Good job on, like I said, enhancing those moves with him. Anything Jason Statham is in, that vibe and demeanor brings a good screen look. Can be in a terrible movie, even if he has terrible lines, just that look and that vibe, he can make it look good. But this movie is none of that. Good script, good camera direction. Jason Statham killed it. So everyone else was cool. The whole squad is in here. Seeing Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger in here was actually very dope to see them on screen every time they were here. Crazy ending of them going all together and all the lines. Very enjoyable for people to hear and see that, I would say, because it brought a chuckle to me, and I'm like, damn, that was just a crazy time. And crazy to know that Chuck Norris came out of retirement just to be in this movie. Whole cast and whole production team knew what they were doing with Chuck Norris. Once again, they used his whole presence to capitalize on this whole movie. Great job. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis, I would say, did a good job. The character Trench, he was more available here because I think his office run of being governor of California was done, so now he was able to be in this movie more. Bruce Willis, who plays the character Church, it was dope to involve him more. Him being involved here became more dramatic. Those characters brought more into this thriller action movie and really enjoyed it. Definitely kind of the standouts, bringing those people all together, and it's crazy to see them. They capitalized definitely with a lot of these characters a little bit more. Terry Crews did a good job. Very dope to see him in this type of movie once again, so can't wait to see the third one. Definitely going to be on it next. Villains in this movie were way more believable than the first one. In this one, all that evil character vibe was presented. There was more action scenes with the evil characters, Villain, and that's played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. All presentable, and that crazy scene with Barney and Villain at the end was intense. They capitalized on the environment, the angles. You see a lot of the hits getting thrown. Villains in Expendables 2 are way more believable and more straight to the point. There's a lot of scenes in this movie that represent that this evil villain boss is not playing. The movie is just about Mr. Church ends up coming back and telling the Expendables crew to go on another mission, basically a revenge to get the Expendables back on top from the evil people killing the homie Billy the Kid. So absolutely insane. Costume design in the movie, all dope. Location in the airport, very interesting too, that see a whole expansion and everything. The camera direction did a great job on showing and presenting everything that they needed and we're trying to go for. The explosion scenes were dope. And you, who plays the character Maggie, at first she kind of seemed like she was kind of interrupting the whole business operation. Then later throughout the movie she ends up becoming a character you kind of like on the team. Nan Yu, who plays the character Maggie, did a good job on adding a character that you wanted to see what she was gonna do, and throughout the movie she presents a lot of moments where you're like, okay, you know, she's cool for the squad. Highly recommend the second one. Definitely expanded and upgraded a lot of the stuff that they probably saw in the first one that they needed to work on. After my watch seeing Expendables 2 out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. That's my movie review for the movie The Expendables 2. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.